We live in a very great time to be a amateur radio or a prepper or a radio enthusiast because of the technology that we have available to us. The problem is a lot of it's not very good or intuitive to use. I shouldn't be complaining because a lot of it's also free. So I went down the rabbit hole recently of SDRs, which are software defined radios. If you don't know what they are, basically an SDR is like a radio, like a ham radio, walkie-talkie, GMRS, ham radio, whatever, but you cannot transmit on it and you can only listen in. The cool thing about it is that it plugs into your computer or your Android device, and there's a GUI graphical user interface, so you can kind of control everything, monitor things, a whole bunch of stuff. Look it up. SDRs are awesome. So I went down the rabbit hole of what does it take to make an application that doesn't suck, or an application that's not clunky or too feature rich to where you can barely use it. And I think I made something. Before I continue, kind of a little disclaimer. What I'm gonna show you is not done yet. It will be done hopefully within the next few weeks to a month because I wanna make sure that it works well. And I also want to make it available to you for free, but that means that there might be some quirks and I may need some beta testers. And the guys over at Buy Me a Coffee that kind of subscribed are willing to help me, so maybe you are too. It's a two-part thing, two-part step. So one is the software, the other one is the hardware, because I didn't want to just have a software application and then we have to make sure that all the different SDRs work. No, I wanted to keep it very simple where it works with this version of an SDR, the most affordable one that I know of, and this is how it works. So let's talk about the hardware. Hardware is very simple. You need an RTL-SDR V4. It's linked down in the description. I think it's like $40 right now, and you need an antenna. However, I'm also including drone detection. So drone IDs that are transmitted for them to be captured and ingested into the map of the SDR. For that, you need, I think this is like $12. It's just a Wi-Fi card. So let's get started. If you're wondering what the heck is this stuff right here, basically this is a ruggedized SDR. It has one of these RTL cards in it, and then a waterproof SD card, USB-C card, and then a BNC bulkhead that has a iron spear, cool little whip antenna. And this right here is one of the Meshtastic nodes that I made. Also rugged, it has a GPS antenna, and it has one of these cool tactical antennas too. But more on that later. So let me attach this microphone. Hopefully the audio does not stink. Sorry if it does. So let's hop on the computer and take a look at the application. So the name of it is Skywatch. Kind of corny, I know, I'm sorry. But basically, I wanted to combine ADS-B records, or if you know, flight tracker, all that. I wanted that to be local and to come from the radio or from the SDR into a map. I also wanted everything to be completely self-contained, off-grid. You don't need the internet for anything. So, starting with the live aircraft portion, we have our SDR connected. All we have to do is click Start Receiver. And it's gonna automatically check, hey, is there an SDR connected? If it is, great, we're gonna start populating. And as you can see on the screen, we have a whole bunch of planes that are populating. There are these blue things here. Ooh, zoom is a little too fast. So on our right, we have the kind of the information about the flight, the operator, what type of plane it is, all that type of stuff, what type of category. If we click on the plane, we have some more information, the operator, altitude, generative, the category, the speed, the manufacturer, all that stuff. Pretty cool. I like this type of stuff, but I want to see, what if I wanted to know when a specific type of airplane is in my area of operations type of deal. So I went and created a random area right here. They're called zones, called SJ, because I'm unfortunately from South Jersey. And here, we created an area, click on the map to pick a point. It picks the point for you. We named it SJ. The radius is 10 nautical miles, and I wanna know when a military aircraft flies over it. So now I'm gonna get a pop-up when an aircraft flies over it. That happens to be a military one. So that's one of the cool things that I really wanted. You have the history of it, some type, whatever type of notifications you want or the triggers, you have them there too. So there's that part. That's kind of the SDR ADSB portion of the application. The next part is the drone ID. So modern day drones, if they're over 250 grams, they need to have basically a little transmitter in there that goes and transmit the ID or the ID, the remote ID of the drone. So right now the application only uses Bluetooth because it can transmit over Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz, the Wi-Fi band. So hence why you need one of these. So you can just start it and it will originally, like as of right now, it'll only use the internal Bluetooth card within my laptop. However, the range is not very good. That's why this will be implemented. Very soon, the range will be a lot better and you can use a much better antenna than one of these rinky-dinky tiny ones. So there's that. This pretty much covers the ADSB drone detection part of the application, which is cool because I think it's very simple. A lot of other ones are very clunky and I like that this is simple. Moving on though, in my opinion, the best part of this application is the audio tab. So we're gonna stop the receiver because right now we only have one receiver. You can only do ADSB or you can only do the audio SDR portion at a time. In the future, I want it to either use one or we're gonna have to add two of these into. More on that later. I'm not gonna go on the tangent. So the audio preset works like this. You can go find whatever frequency you wanna use. I have aviation here. I have your NOAA, FM stations, ham bands, FRS, GMRS, and then you can do a memory bank. You can also type in whatever frequency. So if you wanna use HF, you can actually type in like 14.390 megahertz, whatever. If you have the right antenna, it'll go and capture that information. For the example here, I'm just gonna put a radio station and I'm gonna tune to it. And we're gonna start. I'm not gonna get demonetized for that one, but you get the idea. It starts playing whatever frequency you put on here or whatever you decide from the preset band. The other thing that I really wanted was a way to not have to think about what repeaters are in my area, what channels, all that stuff. So I added a NOAA weather station button. So all the NOAA weather stations in the United States, sorry, US only, are now here. And wherever you are, you can go find the station, you can click on it, and it will dynamically change the frequency that is on your SDR. You don't have to think about anything, and it will just program to that frequency. The other thing is, some of you know, some of you don't know, is I made basically a map pack of all the repeaters in the United States. They're in KMZ format, so I am now able to import those KMZ files into this application, and there's a frequency tied to it. So by clicking on one of these points, I have the information about the repeater. This is KC2WJE, and I can click tune to repeater and it tunes it automatically. So now you can listen in. And that's pretty much it for now. There's also settings here. If you don't have an SDR, you can use the free OpenSky API that will just populate them for you, but you need an internet connection for that. And that's where I'm at right now. A few features that I want to add is I want to add dynamic recording, where it will only record audio if there's actually something transmitting. That way you can save those as files, you can look back at them later. And that's for, you know, so many ways, so many useful ways to use that. And I apologize for rambling. And then the last thing that I want to do, and I may need some help from you guys, I don't know how you can help me, other than funding, but I'm not gonna ask you for money unless you wanna support my buy me a coffee. But what I wanna do is I wanna create a piece of hardware that will be available for all of you to build yourself, or maybe buy if that's what you wanna do, I don't know. What I need is, I need to have two antennas, like these antennas, and then a 915 megahertz antenna like this, or an ADS-B antenna, I should say. So they need to all be together, and there still needs to be room for a USB port. That way we have ADS-B information, we have the SDR information for antenna for like radio stations, and then we have another antenna for drone detection, and a USB cable like this one. Everything to be waterproof, watertight. That's my dream right now. I already have the component in order for all of it, so 3 devices to work from one USB cable. And yeah, I think it'll be awesome if everything integrates really well into one application. And I want it to be free and as affordable as possible for you guys when it comes to the hardware. So follow along if you want to continue on this journey. I'm sorry that I kind of rambled everything off. Have a great day, weekend. God bless.